Hi guys, it's me. Sorry, I didn't know the video had started. But today I'm going to show you how to make your own coffee dye spray to make beautiful age papers. You can also add them in your art journal pages if you just need a little bit of a vintage look. So this is a super easy project. I got this idea from my friend Ina. She uses this all the time, and it's really a simple way to use, especially if you're making journals or an art journal page or even ATCs. You can just spray a little bit of this DIY aging spray. It's kind of like the Tim Holtz, like the vintage photo or walnut stain or something like that. I don't know. I've never used his inks before, but it gives you the same effect. And I'm just going to show you. This is one that I did using my spray. And I have a piece of white so you can see just how beautifully it's aged. You can totally tell the difference. And then this is a piece of watercolor paper that I sprayed too. Okay, and you can keep adding layers on top. Like this may not be enough age for me, so I could keep spraying it and adding layers, but that's how it looks. Isn't that cool? And it's super simple. This is a great way if you like to make journals with age paper that you can do it really fast and very, very easy. So I'm just going to take, what I have here is some instant coffee grounds. I got this pack from my local dollar store, but any instant coffee will work. I like mine pretty deep, rich brown color, so I do use quite a bit. So if you're going to use like those little instant packets, then I would use a couple of them. This is a little bottle that I ordered from Amazon. You get like 20 in a pack, and I will link that below if you're interested in getting the little bottles, and I use them for everything. It's wonderful. I always have a little spray bottle on my desk of water to moisten like my watercolors and just for all sorts of things. I'm just using my fingers here. You could absolutely just make a funnel with a piece of paper, but I don't mind getting my hands dirty, especially not with coffee. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, and this is just going to be used for my my craft projects. This particular can of instant coffee. So even though my hands are clean, yeah. So you're going to fill it up quite a bit. So I filled mine up to just about there, and there's a little bit of moisture in there. Okay. I can go in and get this, and of course you can do this in a much neater way. You guys know I'm not the neatest person in the world, so we're going to kind of just stick that in there. But I don't mind because I'll just activate that. Okay, so after you do that, after you add as much of coffee as you want, I recommend that you fill it quite full, quite a bit, like at least the bottom layer, and I'm just going to spray some water in there just to fill up my little bottle, and then we can see how dark it is and we can go from there. Like I said, I like mine really dark, and I just love the smell of it. It's really a fun project to use because you get the smell of coffee. Okay, and then you're going to put your lid on, and you're going to give it a shimmy shake. Really good. But you want to use the instant coffee because it breaks down. Okay, so that's the way it looks. That's actually a pretty good color, and I'm making sure that it's mixed up. Okay, and I just have my little bottle here. And I'm going to tear this in half. Okay, and I'm going to spray it. Oops. Quite liberally. Okay, just like that. Okay. And then what I actually like to do is, you can let it dry kind of to give it texture, but I actually use my blow dryer. So I'm going to silence you guys just for a second. Okay, and look at how beautiful that is. Isn't that wonderful? And then because I put it on the mat, I have a little bit of coffee dye on the back too. But isn't that gorgeous? And it's really pretty. It looks aged. And this way your papers are somewhat flat if you blow dry them out. Now if you can't do that, what you can do is you can just let them kind of air dry a little bit and put them between two pieces of parchment and you can iron them out. And it does the same effect. Just make sure that they're fairly dry before you put the iron on top of them, and then you can iron it out and you can use it to make beautiful art journal pages if you want kind of a vintage look. But you can use this so many different ways. I can show you, like, if you want to, you can, you know, take a little bit out. Pour some right on my mat here. And I can get like a sponge, a makeup sponge, and I can kind of use it like I would ink. I'm trying to think here. So this one, and I can go around, and it really looks cool like on a torn edge. But as you can see, I did age it a little bit. It's just a very subtle age, and you could keep adding it on top, and yeah, just age the edges of your papers and things that you're using. Okay, and we can actually even go around and spray a little. But it looks so awesome. Isn't that cool? So this is just a really fun kind of DIY that you can incorporate in your art. You can use it on art journal pages. You can use it on so much, and I love the aroma. It has a great aroma. So hopefully you will make some of this DIY coffee stain spray, or coffee stain. Maybe I'll call it coffee stain. I'm not sure what I'm going to name it yet. You'll be surprised like I am. But it's just a really fun and easy way to just make coffee dyed papers and coffee dyed and aged things very, very easily. And you can really tell the difference. I mean, if you put these up against each other, like with the white of the page and then the coffee dyed, you can tell. I mean, it's a really dramatic difference. So it works really well. And it's much easier than, you know, sticking it in water like I used to do. I used to tea dye, and you have to make the tea, and then you have to let it steep, and then you have to put the paper in the tea, and then you have to bake it in the oven, and it's just a long process. This is so much easier. So thank you, Ina, for this idea. So it's really fun. And I always love to have a little bit of instant coffee in my stash. And you see that this gave an even rich color, the kind that I had on my mat. I mean, I can activate this too. And I can just rub it. And I even get a richer kind of coverage. Yeah, and these papers I will absolutely use in my art. They'll just be little scratch pieces of coffee dyed aged paper. Okay guys, so that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed this quick kind of DIY. I'm going to use a little bit more of my coffee stain spray, and I will see you guys next time. And actually I tried brushing this with like my Deco Page glue, and it does not run, which is really awesome. It really stains the paper, so you really don't have to worry about it running or anything like that. It doesn't, you know, disappear or anything. You could, you know, decoupage the components of the aged paper down on your paper without having it move, you know, because I know like the Tim Holtz one, it's water based, so it moves a lot, which can be annoying when you're doing projects. So this is just a fun, easy DIY that's super cheap. It's like $1 in water, and you just need a little spray bottle, and you can get those from the dollar store too. But I will link these little bottles that I get from Amazon below, so you can check those out. And if you do buy them, please use my link, because then you help support my channel. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Happy coffee dyeing. Bye-bye.